Henley left. Morris right. First back through was Chad Stark of North Dakota State. It's going to set up a third home of the running backs. No signal that it's a TD, but it's inside the 1. Earl Johnson. Well, decision time for the West coaches. Touchdown. Earl Johnson.
Well, that's a way to be a substitute. Earl Johnson coming in late into camp. Play for Oklahoma, averaged 7.5 yards per carry at Oklahoma, and he simply...
Ingram, who returned that kickoff, is out to the right. Scott left. On first down. A very short gain for Ingram, and he really paid for it on a hit from Ricky Reynolds. Two State to the right, Jokic of Michigan to the left. Second down, 7. Now they were waiting for DJ Dozier this time. It will set up a third down and approximate.
Very talented back.
Jeffries goes to the right, Ingram to the left. Fake to Dozier. Big first down out at the 38-yard line. And I tell you, Jeffries showed tremendous confidence. First and goal, West 5. Urema looking, throwing, and
he's out.
For all intents and purposes, he threw it away, although Jokic caught it. Now his running backs, the Penn State tandem of DJ Dozier and Steve Smith. It will be second and goal at the West. Ingram right, Jeffries left, second and goal. Steve Smith, I guess, could be rather vaguely described as being in the general area, but there was excellent. Important third and goal, east at the West 5. Same running backs, new wide receivers, Schwadis and Jokic. Third and goal.
He's got room.
Oh, picked off in the end zone by Tim McDonald.
Paul Palmer and Tim Manoa. Palmer of Temple and Manoa of Penn State. And it's a first down from the 20. And Harbaugh comes down throwing as pressure rolls to his right. And he's going to pick up a yard to the 21-yard line. Receivers for the East for Florida, Ricky Nattil, who you saw back as a kickoff return man, and Joey Clinkscales of Tennessee. You also see Willie Marshall, the third wide receiver. They'll be rotating in and out. The tight ends are Rob Dickerson of Army and Rich Morrison of Northwestern. Second down and 9, 41st Hula Bowl just underway. And the give is to the Taylor. Paul Palmer out to the 25, so he picks up 4, and it's going to be third down and about 4. That offensive line for the East is Bob Riley of Indiana. You're looking now at the West defense. We'll get to that in just a moment. But stacking up the rest of that East offense, Sean Heffron, Bill Tamburilla, Paul O'Connor, and Chris Conlon. So that sets the East offense, and we'll pick up the West as this game progresses. Third down. And we have some jumping. And it is the first down. And here's Paul Palmer. From the 31, he goes out to the 36. So he has 5. It'll be second down and 5. But the numbers of Paul Palmer, but most important, this game is more than numbers. Jimmy Semple, you played here 9 years ago.
It is very important to the players on the field. For one reason, that there are so many pro scouts here. A player has an opportunity to improve his draft selection by performing well this afternoon. The scouts will tell the players, you can't hurt yourself by playing poorly in a bowl game such as this. You can certainly help yourself. As a player, I never really believed that,
Palmer to the 38, so you'll have a couple. It's going to be third down. Chris, you helped yourself in the draft here when you played.
Yeah, I think I helped myself about 2 rounds by playing well here. Someone like Paul Palmer, though, he's going to be a first-round draft choice regardless. He's here to have fun, enjoy himself, and not get hurt, as well as trying to impress the scouts.
And Harbaugh back to throw on third down and 3, right side. Has the first down. And he goes to to Paul Palmer and picks up the first down. Let's take a look at Paul Palmer, 5'9", 185-pounder from Temple.
Yeah, but that doesn't begin to tell the story. Not only does he run the football very well, but as you can see, he's a fine pass receiver. Not much of a route on the play, but what the pro scouts say about Paul Palmer is that he gets every single ounce out of every play. He's not very big, as you mentioned, only 5'9", but he'll get every ounce out of a running play or a passing play.
And Johnny Holland of Texas A&M had the coverage. It's a first down for the East. Opening drive, no score in the ballgame. This is a screen and a good move by Harbaugh. He goes back to Palmer. And it is second down and 4. And for the national champion, Pitt State, here's Tim Manoa.
But he actually went to high school here in Honolulu and received a big ovation when he was introduced to the crowd.
And did you notice the helmet? It still has some orange
and green on it, right? From the Fiesta Bowl Penn State win over the University of Miami.
Third down and 1. At the 42. And Manoa picks up the first down.
High left. Quick left, 6 on quick.
Did you pick it up? I didn't get it that clear.
I had trouble hearing, but it sounded like split left 6 on quick, which is going to be a quick pass play.
Play action fake. And the quick pass is out to the far side. And it's Rich Morrison of Northwestern on the receiving end. It's early, McAtee. It's early. Second down and 2. Here's Palmer. Nice little move. Makes a juke inside, and he goes to the 22. So he picks up 9 on the play. So Paul Palmer and Jim Harbaugh have been the stars of the early drive for the East.
It's Paul Palmer left. Paul Palmer right.
I'm quick. Hurry up now, clock's moving.
You may have noticed by now that we have a few microphones spread around. Aloha Stadium on the sidelines of McAtee, defensive and offensive players, and there's Paul Palmer again. This time to the 13, so he's picking up 7, 8, and 9 at a clip. Thomas Everett and Sonny Brown with the tackle.
He understands the blocking schemes of the people in front of him. And for a running back,
The East started this drive back at their own 20, and we have less than 8.5 to go. The end zone is there, touchdown. Ricky Nattil of Florida opens the score. Over 71 yards rushing in 16 carries. In front of his family and his friends, Tim Manoa scores a touchdown. Weiser, and it is number 6, Paul Palmer. And Paul Palmer's 16 rushes, a total of 71 yards, and that means that $2,000 will be donated to the General Scholarship Fund at his school, and of course that is Temple. And after this play, we will announce the Budweiser Outstanding Player for the West. Throws, and it is incomplete at the 1-yard. 10 of 16, 213 yards. 2 for the touchdown, and that means that $2,000 will be donated to the General Scholarship Funds of his school, and that is Oregon. So congratulations to Paul Palmer and to Chris Miller, our 2 outstanding players, here in the 41st Annual Hula Bowl. Well, here are the numbers on Chris Miller. And remember that, he split the time with Cody Carlson of Baylor. He played second and fourth quarter. Carlson played first and third. Roger Ver. And he is pushing with NBC's primetime lineup. And that, of course, will be tonight, all leading to tomorrow. And Cleveland, Municipal Stadium for the championship game as everybody checks their watches at their time. And the West leading by 2. 31st Hula Bowl. The final score is the West 16 and the East 14. With Jimmy Semple and Bill McAtee, I'm Charlie Jones. It's been a gorgeous week